Hey there Pokemon trainers, TaeganAdventures here. Now, this is going to be a new series that I'm going to be doing on the channel. It is called the Choice Specs, all about Pokemon theories and speculations and whatever other jazz that you can speculate about Pokemon. It's going to be a series of shorter videos, shorter than what you might expect on the channel. But anyway, I think it's a interesting change of pace to what I'm doing typically on the channel. So without further ado, let us dive into the meat of today's video. Now, the first Choice Specs videos will be a 3-part series about the newest mythical Pokemon we've received, Meltan and Melmetal. Now, Meltan is the only mythical Pokemon known to evolve. It takes 400 candies in Pokemon Go to evolve it up into Melmetal. But how are they going to evolve it in the main series games? Namely Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Well, I think it's going to be via level up, just like the Pokemon we have seen before. One notable theory about how Meltan evolves is that many Meltan kind of congregate into Melmetal, as of the trailer that we saw earlier, where many Meltan kind of congregate together into a single being, which is Melmetal. So maybe Meltan could evolve that way in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee as well. So Meltan, we already know what Meltan is. It's a silvery blob of liquid metal with a hex nut for a face and a ball bearing for its eye and a cable coming out of its butt for a tail. Many have pointed out that Meltan's body is made of mercury, and to be honest, I couldn't come up with a better theory than that. So for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna assume that Meltan's body is primarily made of mercury. But another theory could also be that Meltan's body is made of gallium, since gallium has a pretty low melting point of about 30 degrees Celsius, which it could be generating its own heat to keep it liquid. But that's not very likely, since Meltan is based off an inanimate object, and I don't think it's capable of generating its own heat. So anyway, I'm going to stick with the fact that Meltan's body is mercury. Some of you may know that mercury tends to form amalgams, or like basically joining of mercury and another substance to create some sort of alloy. And what do you know, mercury is commonly used in lots of different alloys, and one of these mercury-based compounds is cinnabar. You may recognize that name because Cinnabar Island is where Blaine's gym in Kanto is located, and you might see where this is going now. So Meltan may bear a storyline relation to Cinnabar Island in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Now, if you do some digging on the history of Cinnabar Island, you know that Mew was actually cloned on Cinnabar Island. Now, Birdkeeper Toby did make a video about this. Basically what he said was that the failed Mew clones turned into Ditto, which by the way, both Mew and Ditto can learn Transform, and just so happened that one of these Mew clones turned into Mewtwo, which perfectly lines up with the fact that Mewtwo was created on Cinnabar Island. Now, if you have seen the Gold and Silver beta demo, you'll know that Ditto was originally intended to have a Steel type evolution, which evolves via the Metal Coat. We haven't seen the evolution yet because it wasn't in-game, it was scrapped. But Meltan may well be this Steel type evolution, or like kind of the insinuation of that scrapped idea. Maybe when you visit Cinnabar Island in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, you may find Meltan alongside Ditto and Mew. As for what the rest of Meltan's body is made of, the nut could be made of iron or steel, and some of you may also know that mercury is unable to amalgamate or combine with iron, and that's why Meltan's head isn't absorbed into Meltan's body, while a lot of other metals are absorbed into Meltan's body, as you probably have already seen in the trailer. That brings up another interesting theory, because the ball in Meltan's head is somehow just levitating in its face. That could be due to magnetic levitation, which we have seen with other Pokemon like Probopass and Magnezone. So maybe the iron in Meltan's head could be providing the magnetic repulsion necessary to levitate the eye in Meltan's head, which is kind of like a ball bearing. The ball bearing could be made of most likely iron, since iron is a very popular choice for a magnet. Moving on to Melmetal now, we can see that Melmetal is kind of a really buffed up version of Meltan, more than 8 feet tall. It weighs 1.7 thousand pounds. It's most likely made of mercury, just like Meltan, and it gains some additional nuts on its shoulders and its hands. Possibly those are some iron compound like hematite, also pretty magnetic. Like I've just said, iron does not amalgamate with mercury, that's why they aren't being absorbed into Melmetal's body. However, Melmetal's body is in a semi-solid state, so maybe, just maybe, once Meltan evolves into Melmetal, it has already absorbed lots of metals into itself, that it could probably be in a semi-solid state already. So yes, that brings us to the end of today's theory and speculation video for the choice specs. Tune in soon for the next two parts of the Meltan speculation trilogy. If you have any other theories, let me know down below in the comments, and I shall see you in the next video. Peace out.